Hey, good morning to all of you present over here. So this is the task which is provided from the Spark Foundation, the data science and the business analytics intern. Over there, my name is Sanjay. So here the task which is having the topic that prediction the optimum number of cluster and representing virtually using the unsupervised machine learning. So first of all, what is unsupervised machine learning? In unsupervised machine learning, the thing was that we have to just predict what type of groups we have to learn itself only. So that is means on which our data which is fitted on which side. So we have to use in this unsupervised machine learning. So in this we have using the k-mean plus k-mean k-mean algorithm. So in k-mean algorithm means we have to just divided our data set. In this we having using the Iris dataset, iris.csv file which is present over here. In that we have to they have the three different types of species over there. So there is a Setosa, versicolor and versica over there. So iris is an iris flower, so in which there is a total number of 150 rows and there is a normal values which is present over there. So we have in species we have to divide it into the three types, so three clusters. So we have to divide it. So here the first is importing the libraries. So there is a numpy, matplotlibs, then there is a having for which is used for array with data having frames which is representing, and where they having matplot and sequence which is used for the visualization of the data. And that after that we have to just escape learn which is used for the having whatever inbuilt in another models where good. So we have to use for that dataset which is used. So in that after we having that we importing the datasets using the CSV files, we have to read our dataset pg.cu.csv. df represent the data, any name which is going to represent as per your choice. Then we have to first display the two dataset. The first part of this means 5 rows which is used like df.head, which is used first 5 rows of that particular dataset, then last 5 rows of that particular dataset. Then we have to find that in species and uniques means and represent the number of uniques fields which is present over there. So yes, this is 3. So and then they have to there is a type of the data set which is we have. So there is a pandas.code.data frame which is present. After that we have to find that unique means we have unique values which is having iris setosa, iris versica and iris versica, and having the types means the objective types which is present. We have to then find the type of the data. So here the id is int, then sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, having the float type of the data which is present, where the species or the object type means string values which is present over there. So we have to first find the type of the shape of the data set. So that's why means 150 rows and 6 columns which is present over there. So after that we have to find means the thing over there before the data means water. There is id is the unnecessary column which is present over there. So that's why we have to remove that unnecessary column of that id. So by using the df.drop, where id equals to access 1 which is represent from the column, and if we want to replace if access equals to 0 means for the particular row, so that's why access of 0 which is used. So then we have to find that id is removed. Then there is 1 2 3 4 and 5, total 5 columns only the present from our data set. Then we have to just summarize the data sets. Summarizing the data sets like having In our data set, the date types, the number of null counts, there is a no null count which is present, the memory size and all those things which is represent. After that, we have to find the statistics property of the data set, like count, mean, standard deviation, means 25%, 30, max, and all this present. After that, if there is null which is represent whether the data we are having null values or duplicate values over there or not. Then after, we have to represent our data set, like we having using the list means histograms, which is representing for the sepal length, petal width, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. We have to just represent. Then after that, we have to like distribution with respect to the graph visualizations of the data set. We are having the visualization by using the SNLs, means there is a having Seaborn library we have using for that, in which we have to represent by using the scatter plot, the x which is represent for the sepal length and sepal width. The same we have to, based on that particular species, we have to represent the species, like we have to use this. The same we have to use for the having the petal length and petal width for representation. And after that, we have using algo methods, which is used for the based on the clustering for the data sets. Like we have to having computations with the sum of the square distance from each of the points assigned from the center. So we have to represent, and then algorithms are forms with respect to 1 to 10. We have to just between inside the values are forms where the random states equals to 0. We represent that they are having some number of clusters, and they are having this WCSS, which is having represent x and y axis over there. Then after that, we have to apply that there is a having like k-mean algorithm, which is k-means algorithms, which is required by having divided this cluster into 3 parts. So that's why we are using. So like from image means and 1 to 10 representation, and random states and any value which is represent like 1 or 0. So we have to fit our data, and then we have to just predict what exactly having this present. So in this, like 0, 1 and 2, which is represent like for the having species of that 3 categories. So 1, 2 and 0, which is represent over there. After that, we have to watch visualization of the data sets by using having like see a plot, which is used for that. So Iris Dataset and RC colors, and there is so which they having representation of that. That there is a having high Dataset, then I see vertical colors, and this where there is a having each there is a 1, 2 and 3 cluster of forms, in which we have this is the center, this center black dot which is represent the center. So that's all. Yeah, thank you so much.